Ludo no? Goddess of Explosions originated from the Garden of Carnage franchise. The first entry of the series stars an unnamed gnome sporting some sweet shades, bungee jumping from the top of a brick building, and using said bricks to stop Santa's elves from climbing to the top. The game allows you to control the building on wheels to move left and right to influence the gnome swinging physics, so the player can ram right into the elves, or use their momentum to lob bricks. The player can even call in a bomb strike to clear the screen when the action becomes too much. By taking out slaves that close in from the sky, the player can start a combo and build up their whoopee meter. Once filled, they can activate the whoopee meter to play a quick minigame. No, not that minigame, this one starring Princess Peach,
And now for something completely different, Anna.
the daughter of the Goddess of Explosions, climbing to the top so she can replenish the building with golden bricks. There are many hidden mechanics for the player to discover, such as respawning the bricks, getting funny Easter eggs to spawn, and even refilling the building with golden bricks and eventually platinum bricks. One hidden mechanic is to bounce your ally cat from the edge of the screen 3 times to cause Pitch to spawn and reference a line from Super Mario 64. This only works when you're out of bomb strikes, however.
Please come to the castle. I have baked a cake for you. Yours truly, Princess Toadstool. Peach.
Please come to the window. I baked an airstrike for you. Pitch.
Despite the library citing Garden of Carnage as Goddess's origin, she actually first appears in the Ramars game spin-off title, Hyper Princess Peach. The game starts with Peach herself narrating the story of how she received nothing for Christmas, so she sets out to end Christmas once and for all. In this game, she can alternate her weapons. She can fire bricks as her default weapon, fire a more powerful but close-ranged ice blaster, or switch to use rainbow shots that bounce along the walls. Peach can even suplex enemies using a series of commands, and making them slam down on a marked X can spawn items. Each stage has a final boss to face that can also be suplexed for additional points. However, if the player defeats the 3rd stage boss by deflecting their own laser, the player can unlock a hidden bonus stage. By reaching the end of the bonus stage, Peach meets her mother, the Goddess of Explosions,
I am the Goddess of Explosions!
and is rewarded the Galactic Princess Buster. Performing this ultimate move on the final boss unlocks a secret cutscene. Goddess of Explosions can also be summoned by using a secret command cheat. The attack can also be seen referenced in Slap City, where Goddess grabs her opponent and presses the taunt buttons before charging the secret attack. If the opponent struggles even once, the attack is immediately cancelled. However, letting it fully charge grants your wish. She can only be summoned once with this cheat code, but it clears the entire screen of enemies and halves the boss's HP. Another spin-off of the Garden of Carnage series stars the husband of the goddess, Bear Miner. It was a game jam title created in 30 hours during the No Man's Sweden back in 2008, where you mine bears and listen to an obnoxiously catchy song made entirely of vocals performed by Erik Sostrand. The game has Bear Miner swinging around and knocking other miners off. Oh, and he could also go in hyper mode and shoot missiles while crushing the backs of innocent deer. It was given the prestigious title of Worst Water Effects. Goddess also makes an appearance in Card City Nights. In it, she and her family stay in a trailer home where everything has wheels, in reference to the Garden of Carnage series. The player meets Bear Miner, who is glummed over the fact that he lost a legendary card that he intended to gift to his wife, only for his daughter Peach, who is named the kid in here, to reveal that she found it outside their home, and gave it to her already. When the player finally meets Goddess, she goes by the name Fiery Lady, and urges her daughter to play a card game with the player. After a minor scuffle, Peach finally relents and battles the player. Once you beat her, the player can finally face Goddess in a bomb-filled battle. She also appears in a rare attack card along with Peach. Peach, however, has the honor of being a legendary card that references the secret move used in Hyper Princess Peach. Goddess also stars in Card City Nights 2. In it, she appears as Galactic Dominator. Oh. And can also be encountered as a post-game opponent in space. As in outer space, since the ship is already sailing through space. Defeating her allows the player to take control of her ship and initiate trades with other planets, or allows them to destroy it. When speaking to her, she reveals that she's visiting her husband, Bear Miner. She also appears on a rare card that does damage to the opponent and the player, but could also do bonus damage once paired with Princess Peach. Ludo know that the alternate outfit for War Queen is a reference to a Swedish holiday? It's in regards to St. Lucia, where a group of ladies dressed in white robes and a single red sash sing together as a choir. A single person is chosen to wear a wreath of candles in reference to the saint, who wore one to light the way while carrying as much food as possible in her hands. It happens around the Christmas season, and the people enjoy snacking on lucicot or saffron buns during this time. Beating arcade mode with the alternate costume used to give flavor text that implied that she was a mortal blessed by Goddess to be given the power of explosions. but recent updates have changed the text, so it's unknown if it should be considered canon or not. A recent update that includes victory quotes also reveals that Goddess has more than one daughter. When defeating Remedy in 1v1, Goddess states, "Wait, you're from space too? You'll get along great with my daughters!" The devs reveal that Goddess reigns over the kingdom of Explodia, but she, her husband, or Pitch have no interest in ruling the kingdom. Pitch would eventually hand the responsibility off to her sister, and another spin-off title would have had the player control a frilly hat elf who seeks revenge for Pitch exploding all of Earth. However, the game's development didn't go too far and was scrapped pretty early, so all we have to show for it is a single image. The recent Ranked Mode update also added some trivia for the characters. While watching the Jumps and Bep show while queuing up for a match, the episode Shoes reveals that beneath Goddess's dress is actually a portal to the explosion dimension. Don't peek. And that's all for this Ludo Know, but for an added bit of trivia, let's go back to Mask Ruby to cover something that was missed. Ludo know that Ruby's taunt is a reference to an old Japanese action hero named Katetsu Zubat? The whistle and the Ruby does is taken from the hero of the show, who is known to be #1 in everything. He hails from the magical fantasy world, Japan.